Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is Game 3 of some Peoria regional training that happened on August 26th, 2023. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. Learn to play the Pokemon trading card game at our demo event at Die Hard Games this Saturday, tomorrow, September 9th, starting at 2 p.m. Please give this video a like, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good stuff. But let's get into this game of Charizard. Whoa, we left the sound on there. That's okay. Charizard on the left versus Lost Giratina on the right. Charizard going first. Alright, here. In our free play, you'll have to excuse some things you'll see in free play, like some maybe random pausing or random code cards getting thrown around, proxies, etc. We'll try to make things nice and smooth here. Starting things off with an Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball lets you discard a couple cards, and then you could search your deck for any Pokemon. It could be a basic, it could be a stage 3, it could be a Mega, it could be a VMAX, any Pokemon card. You know, not a trainer Pokemon card, but a Pokemon card. All right. While we're being a little unprofessional here, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure my speed is where I want it to be. Oh yeah, it was. All right. Gotta love these very informal, casual videos here, right? In the Professor's Lab, we can do those too. All right, an Ultra Ball is going to fail. Did it not find anything? Or did it find another Charmander? What did I miss there? See, that's what happens when I'm being too silly. It found another Charmander. Okay. All right, and then just another card was flashed there, maybe saying that this is a proxy card. This is what it is in case it comes up. Just getting things, just making sure everybody knows what's going on here. Alright, so we maybe want to see another Pidgey, unless this active Pidgey is going to retreat. Definitely looking for that battle VIP pass, but I don't think we're going to see that here on turn 1. That Moltres getting benched, the Inferno Wings Moltres, and passing things over to Lost Giratina. Starting things off with Comfey in the active, Cramorant on the bench. Gonna want to see Battle VIP pass. Gonna want to see the Battle VIP off of the Flower Selecting. Looking at 2 cards. Flower Selecting, look at the top 2. Keep 1 card and put the other in the Lost Zone. Psychic Energy put to the Lost Zone, and a Comfey being kept and put onto the bench. Now we're going to want to retreat into that Comfey, do some more Flower Selecting to hopefully find that Battle VIP pass, of course, Experiment, Escape Rope. Your opponent chooses a Pokemon to promote from the bench to the active first, and then you do the same after they do it. Second Comfey coming up, second Flower Selecting, let's see it. Looking at the top 2. Lost Zoning the Manaphy and keep another card. It's a good one, the Lost Zone. Don't really need that Manaphy in this matchup here, right? Alright, and is that a miss on the Chorus and the Battle VIP? Making it a equally slow start on the other side of the field here. We'll see. Nothing getting slammed down, so I don't think we're seeing Chorus or Battle VIP. Passing things over to the Charizard player. Whew, that was close. Got to get a good top deck here. This game goes 43 minutes, or the recording does at least, so we're going to definitely see a game here. So now we're looking for that Rare Candy Pidgeot. Rare Candy Charizard might be good too, just to start putting pressure on, especially with the Lost Giratina start here, but Pidgeot EX will last you all game. Energy being attached to that active Moltres. Uh-oh, don't look, don't look, don't look at those, don't look at that. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Alright, we got, uh-oh, don't look at that code either. Flip that code card over. Alright, hopefully our player redeemed it here. They know this is getting recorded. Iono, going to be the supporter for turn. Iono, each player shuffles their hand, put it to the bottom of the deck, and then draw cards equal to their remaining prize cards. So both players would get 5 cards here. Um, I mean 6 cards here. Yeah, I don't think there's any way we could read that QR code, the code itself, or scan that code. It's just a little bit too low resolution. So I think you're good to go, Lost Giratina player. All right, and then we're attacking for 20 damage here. All right, our Lost player over there is resolving the Iono on their side, and a Mew coming down with its mysterious tail, retreating into that Mew, and mysterious tail incoming. Look at the top 6 cards of the deck. Keep an item card you find there in your hand, and shuffle the rest back into the deck. Rare candy, that's good. Hopefully there's another combo piece to go with that rare candy in hand. I think you would go in with the Charizard at this point. I guess Pidgeot isn't too bad to attack with either, if you have the double turbo energy. But it just depends on what's in hand. Rare candy, Pidgeot, okay, with its quick search ability. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Pidgeot's quick search lets you search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. So just anything you want every turn. So good. I think that's what we're seeing here is that quick search. We already play a supporter, so don't need that. If Charizard is in hand, you could just find rare candy, or if rare candy is in hand, you can find the Charizard. You don't have to show your opponent the card. You just search for a card, so that's why we're seeing that card face down there. And we'll see what they got. So we'd love to see Charizard come into play here. Start attacking, putting that pressure on. Considering playing an Ultra Ball. Yeah, you can go Ultra Ball Charizard. That's good, and you still have the quick search. Yeah, those definitely a rare candy in hand. So, it's. I think they were gonna play. Yeah, there's definitely an Ultra Ball in hand too. So yeah, you could play Ultra Ball, get the Charizard if there's 2 cards you don't mind getting rid of in hand to pay for the Ultra Ball cost. Gonna bench another Charmander, rare candy into the other Charizard. Okay, so yeah, this one here is the obviously that's a fairy energy, that's a proxy card, but it's a proxy for the new Charizard EX coming out in Pokemon 151. It has the Brave Wing. Let's see, maybe I can get a little fancy here. We're gonna do some. I'll go ahead and pause actually the recording while I do some quick editing on the fly here. Be right back. Okay, we'll go ahead and give this a try. As you see, I put what this new Charizard EX attacks are. It has a 330 HP, and it has the Brave Wing attack for 1 fire, 60 plus. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, it does 100 more damage, 160 damage if it has any damage on it. And then its second attack, Explosive Vortex, 4 fire, 330 damage. Discard 3 energy from this Pokemon. So just basically one shot, anything that comes in your way. That's what this Fairy Energy proxy card is the new Charizard EX from Pokemon 151. Alright, so we will resume play here. Let's go ahead and get that back. My toolbar down there isn't too ugly, right? So I think we could leave that for a little bit. But what I probably should do is just move this out of the way, and we could bring it back if we need it. Alright, that looks a lot better. Okay, so now we got that new Charizard EX in play. And was that a pass of the turn? No, they might still be thinking here. cards. Let's see. Yep, pass the turn over to the Lost Giratina's side. So, flower selecting to start the turn. Taking a look at the top two. Lost zoning a Jet Energy and keeping the other card. Jet Energy being attached to that bench Comfey, making it be the active Pokemon now. And the second flower selecting here. We definitely want to build up that Lost Zone. We're going to hit the 4 target for sure. Sableye hitting the Lost Zone, making their 4 cards in the Lost Zone. And Chorus Experiment being played. Chorus Experiment, Supporter, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Keep 3 of them, and Lost Zone the other 2. Battle VIP Pass, easy, going into the Lost Zone. Switch Cart hitting the Lost Zone as well, bringing the count up to 6. Almost to that 7 threshold. Giratina V hitting the bench. And I think that's all you really need to do this turn. You could fill your bench, maybe look for that Greninja. No, but put the Sableye down, just in case you get Iono'd. So that's alright. Then I think you just retreat and attack with Cramorant. Switch Cart, preserving that Jet Energy actually. Switch Cart, switching Cramorant into the active spot. Comfey to the bench. Cramorant uses its Spit Innocently attack for free. Its ability says if you have 4 or more cards in the Lost Zone, you could use Spit Innocently for free. So 110 onto that Mute, taking the KO. Pidgeot with free retreat will become the active Pokemon. Makes sense. That was something I had to learn at regionals. I asked my opponent if there was anything I could do to improve my play. And they said one thing I noticed is you were agonizing over your promotions after you got knocked out, and you had Pokemon that had free retreat in play, so you pretty much always just put that Pokemon with free retreat in play, because then you could retreat depending on what you draw and what you get on your next turn. My mind was blown. Little Professor V, and wasn't even a professor at that time, was just a lowercase V. Alright, looks like we're going to play an Ultra Ball here. Maybe to find that Charizard EX. Ultra Ball, discarding a couple cards, and searching the deck for a Pokemon card. Let's see what we could find here. Yeah, we can do it. We can make it happen. We got the Ultra Ball for the Charizard EX, and then Pidgeot's EX Quick Search can find the rare candy. Yep, Pidgeot Quick Search gonna do exactly that. And now we are gonna see Charizard EX come into play, evolving that Charmander. Charizard EX has the Infernal Rain ability when you play this Pokemon to evolve one of your Pokemon. You may search your deck for 3 basic fire energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. So good. So we're going to see Charizard power up its Burning Darkness attack. And another energy going on to that Charizard EX. New Charizard EX from Pokemon 151. I'll bring over that those little attack texts for the new card, if relevant. But for now, I'm going to go in with that Obsidian Flames Charizard EX. Taking an easy KO on his Cramorant, but it's kind of scary at the same time. Alright, Pidgeot free retreating into that Charizard EX, Obsidian Flames. Now it's tricky here because there's 6 cards in the Lost Zone on Giratina's side. Oh no, Giratina needs 10 in the Lost Zone to do its Star Requiem V-Star attack. Alright, so not too bad here. Charizard taking the KO, Burning Darkness, 180 damage onto that Cramorant, actually 210 damage onto that Cramorant. Burning Darkness ramps up based on how many prize cards your opponent's taken. Either way, more than enough to knock out that Cramorant. And Comfey with the Jet Energy will be promoted. Alright, let's get all the cards, 10 cards into the Lost Zone. So that way, Giratina V-Star can use its V-Star attack to take an instant KO, instant delete. But we're still a ways away. Gotta have to see a Colress, a couple flower selectings, Yep. Of course, couple flower selectings and a Mirage Gate and a Giratina V Star. So that's what we're looking for to one shot this Charizard EX, and Giratina be in a great spot, a commanding spot. Not before an Iono. Iono being played. Both players shuffle their hands, put them at the bottom of the deck, and then draw for the remaining prize cards they have. So each player is going to get 5 in this case. I remember the combo. So now we can't do it because we Iono. Silly. Can't chorus if you Iono. Beautiful energies coming down there. The League, the shiny League energies. We got the League Magma Basin coming through right there. But no, they already had one. Alright, Nest Ball. So we're just going to have to two-shot this Charizard EX. Nest Ball being played. Going to find Comfey, Greninja, another Giratina, just in case this Charizard can knock out the Giratina V. It currently cannot. But yep, a second. But yeah, you never know with the choice bout. It could, damage modifiers. It definitely can take the KO. So the second Giratina V being found and put onto the bench. Some insurance there. Yeah. So see, it's possible. It's definitely possible for this Giratina deck to have responded right there. We would have had to see a chorus being played, but a chorus, couple Comfey, Giratina V Star, Mirage Gate. They had it. You can't use Giratina V Star's Star Requiem V Star attack unless you have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone. Comfey is going to use Flower Selecting, easily Lost Zoning that Battle VIP pass and keeping the other card. That brings our Lost Zone count up to 7, so now Mirage Gate can be used. There it is, Mirage Gate, item card. You can play this card only when you have 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone. Search your deck for 2 different basic Pokemon and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Grass Energy, Psychic Energy being attached to that Giratina V, and the Giratina V Star player saying, please don't knock out this Giratina. I've got another one on the bench, but I really don't want you to knock out this one that has all this energy on it. 2 energy is all I need to one-shot that Charizard. Alright, retreat into the second Comfey and second Flower Selecting. Looking at the top 2 cards of the deck. Lost Zoning easily that Battle VIP pass. This is just what you want to see. Now, I think you'd rather see them at the beginning of the game. But at least you get to Lost Zone them later, right? Another Comfey hitting the bench. Jet Energy attached to that Comfey, making it become the new active Pokemon. And a third Flower Selecting going down here. Lost Zoning a Nest Ball. That was an easy choice, I think. Pat to the Peak coming down, shutting down those Rulebox Pokemon abilities, and play resumes on Charizard's side. Wow. Interesting board we got going on. So that Path to the Peak shuts down Pidgeot EX's ability, most importantly, so it can't use Quick Search to search for any card in the deck. It shuts down Charizard EX's ability, of course. That one comes into play once it comes into play, but Rare Candy evolving into that Pokemon Go Charizard. I think the biggest thing with that one is that it makes every fire energy 2 fire energy. Every fire energy in play, 2 fire energy. Has an attack too, but we'll see if it becomes relevant. Magma Basin, the League Magma Basin coming down. That lets you accelerate a fire energy to one of your bench fire Pokemon, and it takes 2 damage counters. Small cost to pay for free energy. But most importantly, that Magma Basin countered Path to the Peak. So now, Pidgeot EX is free to quick search all it wants. Once per turn, of course. So very big, getting that Magma Basin to counter Path. Looks like we are resolving quick search now to find any card they want. What would you want? Let's see. Boss. If you find boss's orders, you can pick off something on the bench, but what would you pick off? You cannot one-shot the Giratina V. You could put lots of damage on it, so that might be good if you pick boss, but let's see what card they pick. I don't think it is. Super Rod. That must be the card they grabbed. Super Rod lets you shuffle up to 3 of combination of basic energy or Pokemon back into your deck, so that Radiant Charizard and 2 fire energies will be shuffled back into the deck here. Looks like we're gonna go and get that Radiant Charizard immediately with the Nest Ball. Nest Ball, when you put a basic Pokemon from your deck onto your bench, as long as you have bench space for it, of course. Can you play an S-Ball if there are 5 Pokemon in play? Let me know in the comments. Professor's Lab quiz of the day, of the video. Well, that might be a good idea to start videos off with, or end them. Professor video question. Professor's Lab video question. Alright, so let's count how many are in the Lost Zone. 9. So they're definitely going to get 10 for the next turn, so that's scary, because now Giratina V-Star can use its Star Requiem V-Star attack. Either way, a fine spot to be in. You're in the prize. You're leading the prize race, and Charizard has taken 2 prizes. So it traded. It's worth 2 prizes. It took 2 prizes. So if it goes down, hey, it did its worth. It fulfilled its value. It took 2 prize cards. I believe we are resolving Magma Basin here, and yeah, you just force your opponent to have the V-Star, and that's it. That's all you need now. And a switch card, I guess. An energy, a way to retreat the Comfey that's going to become active to put the 10th card into the Lost Zone. So debating on where to put this fire energy for Magma Basin. I believe it can only go on fire Pokemon. We'll find out here. I don't think he was eyeballing the Pidgeotto, but the Pidgeot, but I guess you just put it on. Yeah, I guess I would either put it on the no, you have a lot of targets here. Put it on the Charizard EX on the bench. That's the fire energy. Power up its big second attack for 4 energy. The Moltres and Charizard, Radiant Charizard, are okay to not put it on since they only need a single attachment. Radiant Charizard later in the game just needs a single attachment. But no, actually putting it on the Moltres, okay. And gonna attack with the Moltres. Okay, this is a lot better. I'm glad the Charizard player saw this play. So much better to get the Comfey KO here with the single prizer, since a Giratina V-Star is most likely incoming. So now you're forcing the Giratina player to have the boss's orders as well if they want to take a KO on a Charizard EX. Starting things off with the flower selecting, looking at the top 2, putting the 10th card in the Lost Zone, Water Energy. Course Experiment being played, so that's not boss. So I'm sure our fire player here is breathing a sigh of relief. Course Experiment, looking at the top 5 cards, Lost Zoning 2 and keeping the other 3 in the hand. We must have an interesting choice here. No more easy battle VIP passes hitting the Lost Zone. Alright, Super Rod and Comfey hitting the Lost Zone. That's okay, you play multiple Super Rod and Comfey, right? Maybe. Alright, Jet Energy getting attached to the Comfey on the bench. Bringing it to the active spot and using the flower selecting ability. Looking at the top two and going to Lost Zone one of them, keeping the other. Oh, Charizard is down to $20. That's good. Jeez. Alright, switch cart hitting the Lost Zone there, and there we go. We have plenty in the Lost Zone. I thought a single pile was incoming, but nope, the fancy layout of the cards in the Lost Zone. So that way they can be easily seen and identified, what cards are in there, what cards are remaining to be played with. That's very important, especially in these Lost Zone decks, to keep track of every single card that's everywhere in play. All right, Mirage Gate coming down with more than 7 cards in the Lost Zone, looking through the deck and attaching 2 different basic energy to their Pokemon in any way they like. So we can see them probably go on to that Giratina V on the bench. It just depends on what's in hand, and oh, there you go, what's in the Lost Zone. There's a Psychic Energy in the Lost Zone. I wonder how many are played, how many are prized, etc. Yeah, there must be either they only play 2, or the other is in the hand or the prizes. With that Water Energy being found along with the grass, we'll see where they're going to go. Alright. I'm guessing they'll both go on the Giratina on the bench that has no energy. Maybe you could put a water energy on this Giratina. Yeah, Giratina is just not an efficient attacker into this single prize Moltres. But yeah, water energy going on to the Giratina V with all the energy, and then grass energy going on to the second. So kind of spreading the energy here. Sableye attack. That's what should happen. Oh, okay. So maybe they were looking for the psychic energy to put on the Sableye to attack. Man. Path to the Peak coming down to counter that Magma Basin. Jet energy was already attached for turn, so yeah, even if there was a psychic energy in hand, it couldn't be attached to the Sableye, and play will pass over to our Charizard player. Man, what a interesting game we got going on here. It's good though. It's very good. Alright, so we have here on the left access to... No, we don't have access to a quick search because thanks to Path to the Peak. So we're going to want to see a counter stadium. I guess we don't really need to see it this turn, since all that needs to happen is an attack on a Comfey. Charizard, yeah, still can't one-shot a Giratina, even if a boss is found, boss's orders. But Moltres is going to retreat into Pidgeot. Magma Basin there is going to come down to counter Path to the Peak. Magma Basin is going to power up that Charizard EX 151. The Fairy Energy there. The best proxy card nowadays in Standard. Pidgeot EX is going to use its quick search ability to search the deck for any card. Any single card. Is it the boss's orders? We'll see, because that Charizard 8, 9, 20, is doing 210 damage. So it's still not enough to knock out the Giratina V. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to take the knockout on it. Moltres, I thought, would have been a fine attacker. Again, to trade 1 for 1. It's a single prizer, and it KOs a single prizer. No energy has been played from hand this turn, so I guess that could still happen. You could still, if you find with quick search a fire energy, or if there wasn't one in hand already, you could attach it to that Moltres on the bench. Let's see what that card was. We will find out here. It didn't look like a fire energy that was found with quick search. Nope, looks like a escape rope maybe. Yeah, maybe Moltres knocking out that Sableye might have been the best thing to happen here. Either way, escape rope will be found, or will be played. Bringing Comfey into the active. Oh, whoa, okay. We're seeing some stuff here. Wow. I was missing it entirely. I learned it today in the lab. Okay, so the Charizard 151. Remember, it has that explosive vortex second attack. Discard 3 energy from this Pokemon and do 330 damage. So the Pokemon Go Charizard, with its ability, says every fire energy is 2 fire energy. So there we go. With 2 fire energy attached to that new Charizard EX, it's got the 4 energy to do explosive vortex for 330. See, I learned today. We learned today. All right, so that's what was going on. All kinds of different plays. There was lots of different plays that could have happened here. Um, this one is the best one, I think. Take a KO on that big Giratina on the bench. So escape rope. I wonder why the escape rope was played though, because Pidgeot could retreat for free. Maybe there was a retreat earlier. But anyways, a escape rope was played. Then Boss Sableye was promoted, I think, right? And then didn't matter because Boss's orders came next to bring up that Giratina V, that powered up Giratina V on the bench, and taking the KO, discarding all the energy. The 2 fire energy though, so it wasn't 3, and doing 330 damage. Crazy. This Charizard deck, the future. The future was then. That was cool. All right, psychic energy attached to the Sableye on the right here, and Roxanne being played. Yep, Roxanne. You can only play it if your opponent has 3 or less prizes remaining. And both players shuffle their hand into their deck. The Roxanne player gets 6 cards, and the opponent gets 2. So some hand disruption going on here. Is this what we need to do to bring things back, to come back into this game? Let's see what we get. Off of 6 fresh cards. Well, kind of cycled cards. We for sure can attack with Sableye this turn. Giratina V-Star being evolved on the bench. And yeah, I think we're gonna wanna attack with the Giratina V-Star. Mirage Gate coming down, so as long as there's enough psychic energy. Oh no, back to the psychic energy management. Psychic energy was placed on the Sableye, so let's see. Oh, ouch. So that psychic energy in the Lost Zone is definitely having an impact here. Second grass energy going on to that Giratina V-Star. Escape rope coming down, and it looks like we're having to go for a Sableye attack here. Lost mine. Not before a flower selecting is done. Sending that nest ball into the Lost Zone and keeping that other card from the 2 up top. Comfey being promoted, second Comfey, second flower selecting coming down. Lost Zone in that Giratina V. Now the escape rope being played. I guess it wasn't actually played last time. Want to sequence things properly, optimally here in the hyperbolic time chamber during this Peoria regionals training, getting these games in and playing them back for you guys and for the players, for me, for everybody to learn. Let's research all things Pokemon here. Alright. So, resolving this escape rope. The opponent has to choose first. They have to promote a new Pokemon first. Yep, there's that pesky psychic energy hanging out there in the Lost Zone. Difficult decisions to be made here in this these Lost Zone decks. Alright, Pidgeot being promoted. I think that's what I would have did too, with its free retreat. And Sableye being promoted on the right. Sableye has a Lost Mine attack. If there's 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone, you may place 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So I don't think we're taking a KO. Now we are taking a KO on the Moltres, because Moltres has 120 HP, 100 HP left, so 10 damage going on to the Moltres for the KO, and the rest on the 151 Charizard EX, who burn brightly in this game, showing off the power of all the Charizards helping each other out. There are 4 different kinds, 4 different copies, 4 different instances of Charizard going on this bench right now. This is cool. Alright. So why all that damage? Did Sableye really put that much damage on that Charizard? Oh well. I know these players are doing the right thing and calculating things correctly, so it just got a bunch of damage on it. And play resumes here on Charizard's side. What can these Quadzards do? Working together and helping each other out. Energy attachment coming down. We also got Magma Basin to use as well, if the player chooses to do so. I think you do. Energy being attached from hand to that Radiant Charizard. It can't quite attack for just 1 yet, but it technically has 2 fire on there. It effectively has 2. I still don't think that's enough for it to be attacking with the amount of prizes the opponent still has. Either way, gonna think twice about this attachment here in these training games. Energy being attached from hand to that new Charizard EX. Energy be accelerated from the discard to it thanks to the Magma Basin. It has to take 2 more damage, but it's got 330 HP. Plenty of HP. Alright. Yep, Magma Basin was resolved for sure. And what's the best way to KO this Sableye? Is it with the... No, you don't attack with the damaged Charizard EX. I think you pretty much just have to go in with the undamaged one. Quick search being used here from Pidgeot EX. Search the deck for any card. Could you tell this is my 5th video I'm recording today? This might have to be the last one, unfortunately. So fun, but only so much brain power. Alright, Serena is going to be found off of quick search, and is that... Alright, what happened? Speaking of lack of bandwidth here. Alright, we got 2 prizes. Oh, that's what happened. Alright, so there's 2 energy on this Proxy Charizard EX, right? Alright, yeah, no, we're too far. Alright, yeah, we got 1 energy, and then we got a second one, yep. So thanks to the Pokemon Go Charizard, its ability says that each fire energy is 2 fire energy, right? So the Charizard EX would effectively have 4 energy on it. Looks like that was taken back. The Magma Basin. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened here, but we'll chill out and watch it through. I think he took back those energy cards. And they're probably just discussing, yeah, if I do this and I just get a Gust, I'll just have game. But kind of talking things through. It might not even be in the deck. We know Serena's found off of this quick search here. But okay, I guess I need to see. Yeah. So see, there's the two energy cards, one from hand and one from the magma basin. It was taken back. It was done and then it was taken back. Right? But I think they're just assuming that he can do that when the game ends. Attached from hand and magma basin. Alright, so let's just see. Serena is found. Okay, there we go. He did attach it. I'm just being silly. Alright. So you have energy attached to the Charizard EX. Magma Basin accelerate a fire energy to that Charizard EX. It takes a couple damage, but it still has enough HP to not be fainted. It has 4 energy, even though you only see 2, thanks to this Charizard's ability, Pokemon Go Charizard's ability, doubling the fire energy that's in play. It has 4 fire on there. Serena is found with Quick Search from Pidgeot. Serena can bring a Pokemon V from the bench to the active spot. Serena will bring Giratina V-Star to the active spot. Pidgeot will retreat for free into the Charizard EX with 4 energy. And remember what that 4 energy attack does? Boom! Explosive Vortex, 330 damage. And let's see this game resolve. Yep, they're like, we know what's going to happen. The writing's on the wall. There's my path. There's my Greninja. There's my Chorus. There's my good prize cards. And good game here. Alright. That was pretty cool. What do you guys think of this video in the commentary? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.